Hey guys, for the past 2 days I've been working on custom views because I need for my SaaS a custom grid view for received photos. So I built this custom views functionality. I want to show you that right now, if you don't set a custom view, you will get the default. For example, I'm getting the employees table and I can switch to the Kanban board because I have a property of type select. The options of this property are active, on leave, and dismissed. But let's create some custom views. Let's go to the employee entity, now to views, add custom view, and first a table with the name employees and title employees, because this will be the default. Let's hide the email and the salary. And let's save this custom view. And if we reload this page, the email and salary will disappear. Now let's create another view of type board, and this will be grouped by workflow states, and let's name this by workflow states. And let's show here only the folio and the first name, the email, the salary, and the status, and let's show only the first name and the photo. So let's go back and take a look here. Now we have two options, the employee's default route and the by workflow states view. Now this is grouped by workflow states, as you can see here, and we have no photo. So let's edit this one here. Let's set any photo. We can add two if we want. Oh no, I've said this. This is one of the things that changed also. Right here on this photo field, I have this maximum of 1, and I can accept certain file types so my users don't upload PDFs or XMLs to this field. So let's upgrade this to 2 so we can add another photo. And let's go back to the view. Right now, the default is the table, but we can see the photos right here. And if we go to the workflow state view, we can view like a card. And the final view is a grid, which is the same as the board, but without columns. So let's say not by, this is just a grid. And let's say that we want the first name and the photo. So let's click on grid, and here we have 2 cards, one of which has 2 images, and here we have grouped by pending, completed, and cancelled, meaning the workflow states. So let's switch this entity row to the cancelled state. Now let's go back, and here it is. We can set this by default if we want, but we need to first disable the first default view and go to the by workflow states view and set it to default. If we reload this page, now this is the default. And finally, the filters. As you can see, if I filter by Sonny on the first name, you will get this, and this is updated on the URL. But on custom views, first let's set the table as default. And here, on the custom views filters, you won't get them here because they're on the backend. Let me show you. Let's filter David. So filters, first name, contains vid. So let's refresh this page. So as you can see, it's filtering David, but without here. So this is useful if you want to hide to your users certain rows in your custom views. And this is basically it, but I want to show you one more thing. If I create another entity, let's call this markdown test, markdowns. This attribute was added, Markdown, advanced options, and let's set editor to Monaco, and let's set Markdown. So let's refresh our tenant sidebar, and let's create a Markdown. Here is a new field that is of type Monaco editor. This is basically the same as VS Code. So let's set a title and some text and save this. So there you have it. It's another field that is added to the core. And actually I'm using this on the admin side when creating blog posts right here. But the preview is with a button here. So it's customizable. So that's it for this video. I think this will be released on tomorrow, which is 21st or 21. And I'll be working on the next part of building a SaaS with SaasRock, which is, I think, day 6 or day 7, where I'll create the receipts entity and have a grid like you saw with photo receipts. I mean, receipt photos.